CP the Tool Addict. Woo! We've got a great new tool, another DEPSTECH product that we're going to show you about. This is the A1L. Pretty simple part number to remember. And we also have the AT420 Power Tool Accessory Parts Kit. Stick around. It's going to get zippy. Woo! This is the DEPSTECH rotary tool, the A1L. And we're going to talk about the tool, what it comes with, the features that has, USB-C chargeable. This kit comes with this included in it. All this accessory kit comes with this. We'll kind of look at that a little bit. Rotor comes with this little rotary tool. Roto tool comes with a light ring. This is the light ring. This is a light ring too. This is the shield. Excuse me. Sorry. Apologize about that. Anyways, and I also picked up this kit, which was fairly reasonable with all this. It's like 420 pieces. Now, it's nice. I will say there's a few Dremel tools out there, Dremel accessories that I do like that are a little bit more, but a little bit better, or a little bit more useful, I should say. But nonetheless, it's always nice to have one of these kits around because they're just good to have. You got a lot of stuff in here, and we'll talk about that here in just a minute. First of all, let's go over the Dremel, the rotary tool, I should say, because Dremel is a name, and they have kind of taken a name and we'll talk about that. Now, some of you might recall I have actually showed that I have the Vevor Dremel tool, and I've been fairly happy with that. And the size differences on these, and you would happen to notice right away that the Vevor is slightly smaller DEPSTECH. That being said, the DEPSTECH has a little more poop in its pants by my calculations. I believe this one is about 30,000 RPMs is max speed. I double checked my numbers. Yes, it's 5,000 to 30,000 RPMs on this. This is a 2,500 milliamp battery, 2.5, however you want to look at it. So it's got a decent run time on it. It is, once again, I know a few people are going to comment about Milwaukee or the Dremel with having replaceable batteries. If you're using these extensively, yeah, I could see where that might be an issue, but for the price difference, I think you're going to be more than happy because this saves you a little bit of money, and this is a very nice rubber overmolded, very comfortable. I got to tell you, even with the length on it, I thought this would be cumbersome, but when you're using it in your hand, we'll do a little demonstration quick. But you can add on these add-ons here. It has a nice screw-off deal here that you take that off. Now you can turn this into basically a routing tool. Now, keep in mind, I use this a lot. I use these tools a lot for some gunsmithing, finer tuning stuff. This isn't necessarily an automotive-based tool, but it is handy. Sometimes you have to trim out some bezels or something like that if you get some aftermarket stuff. Nice to have that shield. The other thing, the little downfall of this is this does have a light with a CR battery in it, little LED light. Let's open it up and show you. Basically how this thing works is you turn this ring on here, and then you set this on over the top of it, and that's how you add your light to this thing. Kind of wonky. It has a little switch right there. Now you get a little light, so you can have a little light there. Not really a big fan of that, but I guess at least they thought of that for that aspect. But that's definitely one downfall, especially since the Vevor has an LED ring light, which is nice. But the RPM isn't as high as it is on that one. And there's also a little bit of lag. If I go, a little bit of lag. Not a bad tool, but I got to tell you, I noticed the power difference right off the rip here. That the DEPSTECH has a noticeably nicer power. You can hear it. You can tell it torques even when you turn it on. So that is very nice. Now, what comes in the kit on this? Get a couple sanding discs, a little buffing pads, cut-off wheels, some stones, some brushes, and then your wrenches and all that stuff. So this kit comes very well equipped from right out the gate. I believe this is right around 70 or 80 bucks. I can't remember the price. on this. So once again, I'll leave a link in the description. They gave a generous discount with this, which I thought was really nice. And they, I bought this kit here for $29 to supplement this. And this kit has a power pack. For under $100, I believe, is what I priced this all out at. For under $100, you get all of this, which will definitely, if you're a hobbyist and you're somebody that's not really crazy serious, this thing will get you through almost everything. You have some drill bits, some nice small carbide bits up here, a little aluminum non-ferrous bit up here, a couple of these, drill bits, your stones, little reamer right there. Then you got your attachments for your buffers and whatnot like that, but your stone wheels, rubber attachments for your sanding discs, some brushes, bristle pads right here, Burlow style pads, not Scotch Brights, I guess is what you'd call them. Little brushes right there, but this is a nice kit. I couldn't believe it was $29, if I'm being honest with you. It's even got a carbide. It's got a diamond cutting bit in here. So yeah, we'll line these guys up here real quick. Take a look and show you the difference between the Weaver and the DEPSTECH, and do a little demo here with my demo block. Cut off a few screws, show you how it works. All right, so let's, I've installed the shield here, as you can see. So we're just going to do a quick stop test and see what it takes to stop this thing, how much pressure. Yeah, and it has an override. It has a safety cutoff. That wasn't on full. All right. Well, you can see there, we sent the smoke out, not out of the wood, not out of the tool. And the tool works fine. So that's cool. Let's see what the Weaver does so you can kind of get a baseline to see. All right, we're going to start out at the normal setting with the Weaver. Pretty weak. Now let's take it to the full one. And it instantly cuts out. The thing that kind of wears me out about the Weaver too is it kind of goes back, but as you can see, the Weaver, not exactly a tool if you're trying to do some heavy cutting. Not exactly a tool you want to use. The DEPSTECH really gives you that ability to do a little bit more cutting, especially if you're trying to cut off a bolt. Speaking of bolts, we're going to set the depth on this here real quick and then get it going. All right, let's take the Weaver first this time. See how fast, or all the way up on high, and see how fast it takes it to cut this out. Alright, so not too bad. Took her out there pretty quick. You guys can see in the video, it'll show you the time, or you can check this time stamping, or I'll add it in there. Alright, so let's take the DEPSTECH now, turn this thing all the way up to 30,000 RPMs, and see how fast it takes to cut this off now. Woo, daddy! That was quick, and I gotta tell you, I kind of like this guard right here, because then I could use it to control. You see how uncontrollable it was, which I guess I could have got down here a little bit more. Let's take this Weaver just really quick and see if I get up here a little bit more closer. Ooh, I killed the Weaver. It is a little bit more controllable. The Weaver does not like the heavy cutting. Gotta tell you, which a lot of Dremels don't, but nonetheless, I think you get the gist point of it. A little demonstration between them, but for the money, I think the DEPSTECH wins this one, if I'm being real honest here. I think the DEPSTECH is nicer just because of the power difference. Let's check the battery on it. Battery's still full. I mean, we didn't do a lot of work here, but honestly, these things are... Oh, and this has a hanger on the bottom of it. There's a USB-C chargeable, which the Weaver is too, which doesn't have a hanger. But I will say, for the money, I think the DEPSTECH is a little bit more usable for a hobbyist that wants to put a little more time and effort into. I do like the guard on this a lot. I think that's really nice, especially if you're working indoors like most of us do probably with this, if you're going to do it as a hobbyist. My final thoughts are the DEPSTECH for the money is a really good tool. And I think, like I said, if I'm not miscorrected here, which I'll put a link for everything in the bottom, in the link in the description here, the DEPSTECH with that kit is still under $100, which beats a Dremel or a Milwaukee. And the Milwaukee is kind of pricey. So I guess if you're going to compare it, if you want a Milwaukee and you already have Milwaukee stuff, that's fine. It's not really about that. I'm just showing people that are looking to save a little bit of money and want something that's a decent tool. I think the DEPSTECH is a really nice tool. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys as always. I can't tell it enough. I love everybody. It's been, been doing this for a while now, and I always get a kick out of your guys' comments, the thumbs up, everything that you guys do. Appreciate all the support you guys give. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.